Hi guys, welcome back to part 7 of my Misery 2.1 walkthrough. And here I'm making final preparations for the bandit raid, which is a quest you get from Sultan. I've chose to side with the stalkers, so after you talk with Sultan you come over here and talk to Beard. And once you get around 11 o'clock or before that, you could go over there and talk to that guy Knuckles. And you can either wait and sort of jump ahead in time to 11 o'clock at night, or if it is around 11 o'clock at night, you can talk to him and go meet him there on foot. So this is still, I believe, the end of the first day of the first. You start out, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning in that house surrounded by zombies. And so I think for it being just, I'd say about 2 hours of gameplay and about 1 full day cycle of the game, we got pretty good amount accomplished, I think. So the assault class does get tired a lot quicker than the other classes, but I've noticed it hasn't been too much of a problem yet. Here you'll find Knuckles.
Ща мы их! Тихо, пацаны! Не ссы! Мы ж бригада...
Of course, I'll let all those guys get ahead of me so I can kind of take them out from the back. They get stuck here and do a little bit of a dance. Very easy. It would probably be the first quest I do after coming back from the house on the Black Road, if it weren't for the fact that you gotta wait till nighttime to do it.
Вон старший стоит.
So it's actually better just to get a lot of other quests done first and then come back and do this one.
Всем спасибо, все свободны.
Also, you'll want to go and loot these guys as quickly as you can, because there's a lot of stalkers out and around and they can come and pick them clean and take their weapons. So on top of all the loot you get from the bandits that you kill, you can also find a number of stashes on this oil rig too, which will really come in handy. There's one there. There's another one in here.
Всем спасибо, все свободны.
There's at least 2 more, maybe 3. I might have missed some on this playthrough that I'd picked up the previous one. Really, the main ones you want are those 2 backpacks near the bedrolls and the campfire. And there's a couple really good ones up here too. I kind of goof up and fall back down, but just make sure you cross these beams pretty carefully.
Все, мужики, отбой!
Whoops.
Если нужно что, спрашивай у главного.
Could be kind of difficult to figure out which one of these stalkers is the so-called boss. So usually you could find him after a couple minutes up here by this campfire. He's one of these guys. It's just not very clear which one. And there he is. Then I get pushed into the fire by this asshole, which kind of sucks. For some reason I could have sworn there was a stash up here on this end of the boat, but I keep looking around for it and I don't see it. There we go. This time I cross a little bit more carefully. There's a stash up here in one of these crates. There's a very excellent stash actually on top of one of these one of these engines, one of these boat engines. Drop down here on these pipes, squat down, and then there it is. So you see there's quite a bit of stuff. There's a smaller stash over here in the corner. I think it might be missing an item or two because even though I grabbed the stuff, it doesn't say stash cleared. So I'm not sure if that's just part of the glitch from the mod, or if there's something hidden over there that I'm just not finding. I saw my hunger indicator, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what's best to eat. I tend to eat the power bars last because they're really light for the amount of calories they have, and they're just the easiest food item to carry around, most portable. I would say even over the ration type food items, the MREs and the Ukrainian and the Soviet rations. I turned my flashlight off to sort of conserve some battery power. You may notice, I don't know how dark this is going to be on YouTube, but you may notice that my vision starts to blur a little bit as I'm heading back to the Skadovsk. Like right here, for instance. And that's sort of one of the indicators you get when you need sleep. You don't see a little icon like you do when you're hungry. Your vision starts to blur. You may shake your head back and forth. You may hear your character yawning. And the symptoms just get worse and worse the more tired you are. Yeah, I'm back on the Skadovsk, and I'm going to be on pretty much for the rest of this video, just doing some equipment management, going back and forth between the traders. Of course, I turn in and get my quest reward. So if you're not interested in any of that, if you don't want to see how I manage my equipment, feel free to skip ahead to the next video. And if you're signing off at this point, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. So in case you're still here, I do go up here to Nimble. Nimble's a UPC that you could place special orders for certain weapons or armor. And what I'm looking for is a closed breathing suit apparatus, which is actually a SIVA suit. And I'm kind of wondering if it's almost worthwhile just to jump straight to get the SIVA suit rather than trying to save up for the scientific suit. And it answers my question because you can't even order the SIVA suit at that point in time. I'm assuming that you're only able to order the SIVA suit at some point after you've found the pathway to Pripyat from the Jupiter area. So that doesn't come until much later. So all my random odds and ends I'm selling to Al, since he gives me the better price. One thing I forgot to sell to Beard is my tobacco. Anything consumable, anything repair related, I usually keep. Sometimes it's a good idea to repair the battery rather than recharging it with old batteries or military batteries or etc. If it's still in the green, I would go ahead and just repair it with a repair technician. If it's down in the yellow, I would just go ahead and buy some old batteries to recharge it. Because repair costs for item damage, I guess you could say, is non-linear. In other words, the worse the wear, the more the price goes up. So in other words, repairing 95% to 100% is going to be a whole lot less than repairing the cost of repairing, say, 85% to 90%, if that makes any sense. The cost of repairing something at 85% to 100% is going to be much more than triple the cost of repairing an item 95% to 100%. Maybe if I put it that way, it makes more sense. And so that's why I hang on to these repair kits too, is because if you get an item damaged enough, it's really not worth it going to repair it with the technician. It's honestly a lot better to either buy, or if you have one handy in your storage, use some sort of repair kit on it. And that's usually if it's down in the yellow somewhere. If it's still in the green, just go ahead and repair it through a technician. Don't bother buying or wasting money with these little repair kits. So I'm going to save my game here, and if you've watched this far to see my equipment management, I thank you, and I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.